I'll give you an example of one student of mine. So but really sometimes I learn the most from my students. So she was giving her 10th standard board, ICSE board exam, and she was an above average student, and she says that so when her boards got over, I teach yoga to the 10th standard kids, she sent me a note saying, thank you very much, yoga really helped me through the boards, but she didn't explain more. Then when the results came, she got a 94 point something and she came third in school, and earlier she was just above average, not even among the top 10. Then she wrote me a whole thing of what had helped her. So she said that when I was studying for the boards, I wasn't stressed like my classmates because the classmates wanted that rank. I had given up on the rank. I felt so useless that I felt anyway I won't do that well. So she started studying without that stress, and I had, like I do metta very often with all of you, the Buddhist meditation metta, which is just wishing well to everyone. So she said somewhere along the way, now this is what I hadn't told her to do it, but her own inner light spoke to her, and she said she started sending metta to all her classmates before studying, because she realized all of them were in the same boat, all were struggling with jealousy and competition and fear of failure. So they weren't on the other side, they were all part of that sea of humanity which is suffering. So she just would bring each of them to her mind and she would send them metta. And then she would study in such a good frame of mind without the pressure of needing to outshine anyone, that somehow the best intelligence came out in her and she actually started enjoying studying. So this is a beautiful example of when you help the whole helps you. If you try to hurt the whole will hurt you. It's the law of life. And in hurting a piece of the whole, you're hurting the whole. When you have even a thought of ill will towards anyone, you're hurting the whole. If you hurt the whole will hurt you. If you help the whole will help you. And this is a classic example of it. Because she was helping the whole every day, the whole helped her. She came not in her wildest dreams that she thought she'd do so well. So that is the whole thing. Instead of feeding that jealousy, and when you feed that jealousy, the jealousy will create enemies where there are none, right? For example, you could be jealous because I want her attention and she's giving attention to her. So I'm seeing, suppose I want Rajul's attention and Rajul is giving attention to Prarthana. Then I resent Rajul also, because why aren't you giving me the attention I want? I make Rajul into an enemy. I make Prarthana into an enemy because Prarthana is getting the attention I want. But they are really not my enemies. They are just playing out the affection they have for each other, which every human being has a right? To express affection. Nobody is my enemy. It's just a natural unfolding of life. So firstly, I have to recognize that there are no enemies there. I am finding reasons to dislike Rajul. I am finding reasons to dislike Prarthana because of my jealousy. There actually most often will not be anything wrong with either of them, but I'll demonize them because I want to justify my jealousy. So first step is acknowledge that you're jealous, and it's okay to be jealous. But it's not okay to become a prisoner of the jealousy. It's not okay to let the jealousy control you unconsciously. So bring consciousness to it. Recognize that I'm demonizing them. They aren't really demons. I'm making them demons to justify my jealousy. And then use them as role models. If Prarthana has a quality which is bringing out the affection in Rajul, let me role model Prarthana. Let me use her as an inspiration. Is she very kind and compassionate and inclusive, which attracts Rajul to her? Can I grow into that? Whatever. You're jealous of someone because you have the potential to grow into that, no? If you didn't have the potential, you won't be jealous of an Olympic runner who comes first, because it's not in you to run. But if you're jealous of somebody, be sure you have the potential to be like that person. So use that jealousy as a stepping stone rather than something to use as a weapon, because every weapon you raise on another, you're raising on yourself. It's the law of life. So don't be controlled by the jealousy, bring consciousness to it. And the Buddha has coined a beautiful phrase, mudita, joy in the success or virtue of another. So long, just till now we have conditioned ourselves to resent the virtue or success of another. But we can work hard at conditioning the opposite into us, mudita, into ourselves towards another.